Hey Flight Simmers, in this video we're diving into Fenix's latest blog post. Yes, the one they're calling Shark Week. Go ahead and grab your espresso because this is a TLDR version of the long ass post by Amir and Dave. Trust me, they packed a ton of info in there, but I'm here to break it down for you in a way that won't take all day. So the headline news, Fenix is finally rolling out Sharklets for the A320. While they may seem like a small change, there's a lot going on behind the scenes. Fenix has tweaked the flight model to add a touch of extra lift and a little less drag in certain phases. You'll feel just a hint of extra lift on flare, nothing dramatic, but if you're on the lighter load, you'll want to stay sharp on approach. Thanks to the fly-by-wire systems, the aircraft feels pretty familiar overall, but those with a keen eye for detail will definitely notice some of these changes. We're barely scratching the surface here. Fenix packs so much detail in this post that it's practically a thesis. So keep that espresso close by and let's power through. To match the Sharklets, Fenix has also brought in some real-world software upgrades that came with the Sharklet's entry into service. This includes updates to the essential systems like the elevator and aileron computers, the spoiler elevator computers, and the flight augmentation computers. One standout feature here is the new stop rudder input warning, designed to prevent abrupt rudder inputs in specific situations. We're also seeing subtle changes like slight adjustments in elevator deflection rates. These are tiny details, but they really add to the authenticity of the experience. Fenix wasn't kidding with the level of detail in this update. Now here's a cool one. The load alleviation function, or LAF, is a new addition from Airbus designed to relieve stress on the wings under extreme conditions. With Sharklets increasing the wing flex, this system automatically deflects either the ailerons or spoilers in response to gusts and turbulence. So if you're in rough air, this system will activate to balance out the wing loads. It's a tiny, practically invisible feature, but one that adds to the realism. Though let's hope you don't need to trigger it too often. Moving on to the ground handling, Fenix has revamped the ground physics across the board and added real A320 tiller mapping, giving you a weightier feel during taxi. They've also developed a custom wing flex model that's a big improvement over the default. This new model takes into account fuel levels and the signature Sharklet bounce in the wings. Even if it's subtle, it's a nice touch for those of us who love the visual realism. They're still refining it, but it's already a big leap forward in accuracy. In the cockpit, Fenix has introduced a new aiders model for both Sharklet and wingtip fence aircraft, retiring the older version that's now rarely seen on modern A320s. They've also updated the audio control panels and added a digital standby instrument, which is a standard for Sharklet-equipped planes. For now, these upgrades are mandatory, but Fenix mentioned they might bring back older panel options later for those who prefer the retro setup. These changes add a nice level of modernity to the cockpit without compromising on realism. Now, I know a lot of you have been asking about the A319 Sharklet, and here's the latest. While Fenix is working on it, it won't be part of this release just yet. Data on the A319 Sharklet has been challenging to gather due to the limited number of them in service. However, Fenix has assured us they'll keep working on it, so stay tuned for more updates on that front. For you long-haul fans, Fenix has added optional additional center tanks, or ACTs, to the A321, which will be greater for transcontinental flights. You could choose to install 1 or 2 ACTs, but here's the interesting part. The rear cargo compartment actually adjusts in size based on how many tanks are fitted. With 1 ACT, there's still a decent amount of room for baggage, but with 2, a large portion of the compartment disappears. This detail is spot on for airlines like American and JetBlue, which use these tanks for longer routes. It's little things like this that show how deep Fenix is going with this update. Now let's talk about the visuals, because Fenix really went all in here. They've added a brand new LED nav light system with impressively bright strobes. For those who fly at night, Fenix has even fitted strobe blockers to prevent blinding you with those ultra bright lights. Another nice touch, they accurately modeled the Sharklets for the CEO variant, which are slightly different from the Neos. These subtle changes add a modern feel to the Sharklet equipped aircraft and really make them pop on night flights. Of course, Fenix didn't stop there. They're adding 106 Sharklet specific liveries, bringing the total livery count to over 600. They're even working on new ways to streamline livery management, so expect some improvements there soon. Lastly, let's touch on compatibility with MSFS 2024. Fenix hasn't had access to the dev alpha yet, but they're committed to making sure the A320 and expansions will be compatible once the platform launches. Stability and compatibility are the priorities, with feature enhancements likely coming later. And that's a wrap for this espresso-fueled TLDR of Fenix's Shark Week. The Sharklets are expected to roll out this week, and if you're thinking of getting the A320 with the A319 and 321 expansion, Fenix is offering a bundle discount, but only for 24 hours after the release. So if you want both, make sure to act fast. If you enjoyed this breakdown of Amir and Dave's long-ass post, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tell me in the comments what you're most excited for in this update. I'll see you in this next video.